Hi everyone, Scott the Scott Man, and we are here in Detroit, Michigan, here to explore the beautiful neighborhood of Corktown. Corktown is the oldest neighborhood here in Detroit. It dates all the way back to 1834. And back during Corktown's early days, many immigrants came over from Ireland and settled here in Corktown. And we're going to be checking out the beautiful neighborhood of Corktown today in this walking tour. So we're primarily going to be sticking to Michigan Avenue in this video, as this is where we have the majority of all the different sites. So we're starting off here at the intersection of Michigan Avenue and 14th. We're going to walk all the way down over to where the Lodge Freeway is, and then we're going to make our way back this direction, and we'll finish off over at Michigan Central Station. So we'll have to stop at, so we'll end the video at the most iconic spot in Corktown. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera the other way so that way you're not seeing me the entire time. All right, so let's start our walk over here. So Corktown was named after the county of Cork in Ireland. And we're starting off at a really nice attraction here. This is Slow's Barbecue. Slow's Barbecue is a legendary spot for great barbecue. I've been there quite a few times, and the food is absolutely fantastic. They cook us some great barbecue here. And yeah, the entrance for the entrance for Slow's Barbecue is that wooden door there. Almost looks like it's a speakeasy or something, but not really, but it's like, just have to be on the lookout. But thankfully they have signs pointing in the general direction though. Got some other cool businesses along in here too. Sugar House. O'Connor Real Estate. So, Corktown is a very nice neighborhood. So definitely different options if you're looking for some great real estate. So you can definitely contact your local realtor for a home here in Corktown. General Public Loans. So over here, this is Ima Izakaya, which is a really popular Japanese restaurant. You get some different ramen, different Japanese and noodle dishes in here. And they used to be across the street over that way, but they moved into an even bigger location. So yeah, here's the main entrance, and you got signs for Ima over here. Okay, I think we're good to cross now. So over there, right in front of us, that is the Gaelic League of Detroit Irish American Club, Gaelic League of Detroit Irish American Club. So it's like you got some, of course, the U.S. flag, and then some flags of Ireland flying here. Got some clovers hung up. So yeah. Oh, even some Irish text there too. So what's really cool is that the Gaelic League of Detroit Irish American Club, that dates back to 1920, and it's a place where it proudly celebrates Irish culture, which has a pub inside, Irish folk dancing, Irish music, including like Celtic music, etc. Yeah, it is quite fantastic. So it's great that there's still some great Irish heritage here in Corktown. And you got an open field over there. And once you get past that, you can even see Motor City Casino off in the distance there. And yeah, we'll be going on the other side of Michigan Avenue later in this video. But yeah, that's Summertown Fresh Bar. That's where Ima used to be. But yeah, it's a beautiful day out here in Detroit. It's in the mid-upper 30s right now, but with the sunshine and very low wind, it feels fantastic out. Of course, I do live here in Michigan, so I'm used to this colder weather. But yeah, this is the, oh, really quick, I got a nice little barber shop here. Lucky Detroit. So yeah, this is my first walking tour that I'm doing here in Michigan. Because I've done 3 of these so far, but they were down in the Houston, Texas area when I was in Houston about a month ago. But I just recently bought a new pocket camera. It's called the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It just came out, I think just a few months ago, and I'm loving this so far. It's enabling me to do these different walking tours. So I'm planning to do a lot of different walking tours around Detroit, Metro Detroit, and even other spots too. Even some on my different travels. So it provides a different perspective where I can just do everything all at once, like just these nice walking tours. And then you got a White Castle over there. Let me try to hurry across a little bit because you never know when the person might get their food and then start to drive away. So let's get past. Yep, so we're coming up to Rosa Parks Boulevard and may not have to wait too long. Ah, yeah, very good timing. Light just turned green, so we'll cross over Rosa Parks Boulevard. So Rosa Parks Boulevard continues its way north over to I-75. So I-75 is just over that way. So if you're leaving the Corktown area, it's an easy way to get back on the freeway. Yep, Corktown is one of my favorite areas here in Detroit because you got a lot of great restaurants in here. After all, we did start the video over by Slo's Barbecue, so. But yeah, I even filmed a video, I think it was like 3 years ago, where I got to check out different restaurants in Corktown. Oh yeah, we got the Maltese American Benevolent Society. Okay, got a couple bars over here. You got Last Chance Saloon. Looks like they're not open yet. And then you got Bobcat Bonnie's, which is a very popular bar and restaurant. There are different locations for Bobcat Bonnie's around the Metro Detroit area. And it's really nice that there's a location right over here in Corktown. Yeah, it's a little chilly out right now, so maybe not right now, but maybe when we're starting to walk back the other way, it's like, I don't know if you'll see my breath or not, because yeah, when it gets a little cold like this, you can sometimes see my breath, but I don't think it's getting in the way. Yeah, one fantastic thing about Corktown is that they've been putting up different new apartment buildings, new businesses, even a new hotel. Because it's been at least 2 or 3 months since I've been in Corktown. And just recently, they even put up a new hotel. Yeah, nice new building with a lot of apartments and different businesses. It's been around for, I think, I'd say at least several years or so. Okay, so over here, this is the corner ballpark. So this is a little baseball field. Oh yeah, there's even an ATM right next door to it too. So it's home to the Schoolcraft College Baseball. So it's a nice little baseball stadium, and a little fun fact, this is the site where Tiger Stadium used to be. So before the Tigers which is the Detroit Tigers are the baseball team for Detroit. They currently play at Comerica Park in downtown Detroit, which they've been there since 2000. But so this is like the general site where Tiger Stadium used to be. It was when it was around the same age as Fenway Park in Boston. So the Detroit Tigers played at Tiger Stadium from 1896 until 1999. Although when the stadium first opened, it wasn't called Tiger Stadium. It had undergone some different name changes and eventually became Tiger Stadium. And then they played the last game in 1999. And then they moved into downtown Detroit to Comerica Park, where they've been playing ever since. But yeah, the Detroit Tigers last won the World Series back in 1984, and it was at Tiger Stadium. The Tigers have yet to win a World Series at Comerica Park. Oh, I got a nice little spa here for skin and facials. Acne treatments, waxing, lots of different things. Oh, a nice little marketplace there. Buy some different Detroit goods like Detroit Tigers, Detroit Lions gear, some hot sauces. So, but anyway, yeah, the Tigers have won 4 World Series at Tiger Stadium, and they have yet to win one at Comerica Park. But at some point, though, they'll have to win a World Series. Heck, the Detroit Lions got close to the Super Bowl this year. Because, yeah, the Detroit Lions got to the NFC Championship this year, but they ended up losing to the San Francisco 49ers, and they just missed out on the Super Bowl. So if the Detroit Lions can have a great comeback, so can the Tigers. Okay, so this is Trumbull. So the slate is about to turn red, so we're going to have to stop here for a couple minutes, but it's not a bad spot, though. So if we pan over this way, there's some businesses over along Trumbull. And then across the street over by that McDonald's billboard, that is McShane's. So McShane's is an Irish pub. They have some really good pub grub in there. I've been in there a couple times. Their fish and chips are pretty good. And then you got a very cool mural. It's kind of bright because of the sun glare the sun that's shining on the building, but pretty cool mural. And this is good timing because now we can cross over the road. So yeah, that's the main entrance for McShane's. And again, they got amazing food in there. I'm sure that was pretty crowded when the Lions were in the playoffs. And yeah, as we get closer to downtown Detroit, let's zoom in a little bit. You can even see a little bit of the downtown Detroit skyline. You can even see the top of the Renaissance Center from here. Okay, and we have a lot of different businesses in here. Got a pharmacy and a general store. Got a tattoo parlor. Another real estate service. So again, if you're looking to live here, there's plenty of different options for realtors. Live Your Curl Eco Luxury Hair Care. That looks really cool. Nice little shop in there. Rose. Yep, Detroit Dye House. Brightly Twisted. So yeah, inside, Brightly Twisted, or Detroit Dye House, Brightly Twisted. You got, looks like they have a bunch of different like tie-dye type clothes. Yeah, everybody's on their skateboards today because it's pretty much like a heat wave today here in Detroit. Because if temperatures get up to 40 degrees in the middle of winter, everybody's outside biking, skateboarding, or or perhaps even out in their shorts. So right here, this is out of Avia. This is a fantastic Italian restaurant here in Corktown. They got amazing food. As a matter of fact, I just had lunch there today. Their pasta is quite fantastic. And then right next door, this is Nemo's Food and Spirits. So another great place to go for food and for drinks. I need to eat at Nemo's at some point. This is one restaurant I have not been to yet, but I need to check it out one day. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, Nemo's has its own little parking lot, so that's really good. Because yeah, parking on Michigan Avenue can get kind of crowded. Fortunately though, there are plenty of places to park on some of the side streets. So if you can't find anything on Michigan Avenue, no worries, you can find other parking. So yeah, parking in Corktown, it is paid parking along Michigan Avenue. However, it is free on Sundays. Yeah, I'm just going by one of the pay machines right now. Yeah, so from 7 to 10, or 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Mondays through Saturdays, they enforce parking. But outside of that time and on Sundays, you can park for free. And we're coming up to Brooklyn Street, and over there, that is Brooklyn Street Local. That is a really good brunch spot here in Corktown. They got great brunch food. And during the warmer months, they even have spaces to eat outside too. But this time of the year, it's a little too chilly for that. Okay, and we're almost to the eastern end of Corktown, because just on the other side of this traffic light up ahead, that is the overpass for the Lodge Freeway. And the Lodge Freeway basically empties out into downtown Detroit over at Jefferson Avenue. Look. Haynes Oliver. Or James Oliver. Couldn't read it at first. Oh well. So right here, this is the Lodge Freeway. So we're going to go ahead and cross over here. And you got a spectacular view of downtown Detroit. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll cross. So Michigan Avenue continues its way into downtown Detroit and ends up over at Campus Martius Park. Okay, so now we're going to go back the other way. It's like, yeah, they don't give you a whole lot of time to cross over the road. But yeah, we've covered a lot of ground so far, I would say. Oh, okay, no, it's James Oliver. It's like, it's hard to read the text from when you're standing right by the building. But yeah, with the sunshine though, it does feel quite fantastic. So yeah, the Corktown neighborhood continues its way west. So it begins over by the Lodge Freeway, heads all the way west over toward where I-96 is. Okay, looks like they're putting in a, I don't know if they're putting in something new here or they're just revamping it or something. But yeah, over here it's like, yeah, got a sign where it says, yeah, the yard. So it looks like an outdoor bar, or maybe not. I haven't got up to it yet. So they have a bar. Of course, they got a lot of different games and tacos, of course. So yeah, it's not a new place or anything, because I think they're just doing some work over there where we saw all the different construction stuff. But yeah, got an outdoor bar there, some outdoor games, and of course you get some tacos. I almost need to come back at some point and check that out. So coming up ahead, that is the Godfrey Hotel. Okay, so yeah, for the yard, yeah, they got an indoor area too. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording really quick, so 1 second. And we're back in business, sorry about that. So, yeah, so over there, that is the entrance for the Godfrey Hotel. So it is a part of the Hilton hotels. And this is brand new. This has only been open for about a few months or so. Because yeah, I just remember, yeah, throughout much of last year, they were still working on this. And there's also Hamilton's, which is a nice little new restaurant. And yeah, we're coming back over by where Out of Avia and McShane's are. And of course, you got Nemo's Food and Spirits over there. So yeah. Excuse me. All right, so we'll go ahead, we'll continue. And yeah, it is getting a little chilly in the shade. So it'll be nice to get a little bit more sunshine momentarily. In fact, that art mural I saw when I was at the intersection of Michigan and Trumbull, we're passing by it right now, so I'm going to try to turn around momentarily, see if I can get a good view of it, although it is rather bright on it, so I don't know how well I'll be able to see it. Yeah, plus the billboard's in the way too, so that is really cool though, for what I can see of it. Okay, I need to step down, but it's quite a big step, so I have to be careful there. Yep, and yeah, there's McShane's. Okay, so we're back here at the intersection with Trumbull, so I'll have to wait for the light to turn green first. And yeah, here are those apartments and different businesses over there. Just think, what we're looking at right now, that is where Tiger Stadium used to be. Because yeah, Tiger Stadium was at the intersection of Michigan and Trumbull. It's like after Tiger Stadium closed down, or had its last game in '99, it stood vacant for about a decade, and then they finally tore it down. And there was even a big debate about it, about either tearing it down or preserving some of it as like a landmark, or like a historical landmark. But as you can tell, they eventually tore it all down and they built this apartment building here, and of course got businesses at the ground level, and of course you have the corner ballpark now. So it's like you can say it's a little bit of Tiger Stadium is still around today in spirit in some way. Huh, this is interesting. So McShane's even has its own parking area, and it's diagonally across from it. So that is interesting that you can park here, according to that sign, for McShane's. Huh, it is interesting that there's some parking spaces open here right now. Oh yeah, this is another new building here too, and this was something else they were working on this past year. Because I remember if I was to do like a walking tour like this last year, this would be all closed down. Because they had this completely boarded up because of what they were working on here. Huh. Okay, Corktown Market. And yep, so they got luxury apartments in here too, so. So you have a lot new residences going up here in Corktown, so it's like if you want to move down to Detroit and be really close to some great bars and restaurants, so this is a great place to be. And Corktown is generally a pretty safe neighborhood too in Detroit. Corktown Tap House. Okay, so that's coming in this summer. So summer 2024, they got Corktown Tap House coming in, where they got live music, duck pin bowling, beer, wine, and cocktails. So that's gonna be something new that's coming in later this year. So it's like even to this day, new things are coming in here. Because yeah, when you look at it, Detroit is, yeah, there are more and more people coming into Detroit, whether to live or, like heck, there's even a new, looks like newer apartments over there too. I don't want to show my camera on that for very long because of the sun glare. But also a lot of people are coming to Detroit, not only from like the suburbs, but also from all parts of the country. Because Detroit is ending up on a lot of these different lists of places to visit in the world. And also in late April, you have the NFL draft taking place here in Detroit. So that's going to bring in a lot of people. And heck, with the Lions almost making the Super Bowl, has brought a lot of people here because the Lions had 2 home games for the playoffs at Ford Field. And there's where Bobcat Bonnie's is located. And also that Maltese American Society there. Last Chance Saloon. And also there's a lot going on over at Michigan Central Station, which we'll see toward the end of the video. So we're just about to head back over to Rosa Parks Boulevard. And then the next major intersection after Rosa Parks Boulevard will be 14th Street, which is where we started this video. I'm gonna walk a little slower because the light just turned red. And although we're not gonna see it in this walking tour or anything, but as you head south of Michigan Avenue, like in that general direction, you got a lot of historic homes too. Okay, that didn't last too long, so we can go ahead and cross now. So we're going to cross back over Rosa Parks Boulevard. All right, so continue our way this way. Yeah, I can't tell what's in there. Could be like a co-working space, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't see any signs for anything, so I'm not really sure. And yeah, over there, there's that White Castle again. Okay, and we're coming up to Motor City Wine. So that is a wine bar and a wine shop. So if you're in the mood for some great wine, this is one of the places you can go to. And there's even spots that sit outside too, although not this time of the year, of course. It's still a little chilly. But once things warm up, though, a lot of places to go to where you can sit outside, have a drink, and have some food. Oh yeah, here's some of the historic homes over there. And over here, this is Summertown Fresh Cafe. So this is like, so they have an outdoor eating area, although again, not this time of the year. But they also have they have a covered, like a semi-outdoor area where it's covered over there. And of course, you got the main spot in here. So you have Summertown Fresh Bar, get some great smoothies and other great things. It's like a lot of health food in there. Because I got to go there just recently, and I did a video on some places you can get some great food around Detroit that's like less than $10 or $15. So that pretty much went in after EMA moved across the street into a larger location. Oh yeah, yeah, we're starting to get into the vicinity of the Michigan Central Station. So I'll tell you more about that when we get over to where Roosevelt Park is. Yep, and there's that Gaelic League over to the right. And then you got EMA over there. I'll pan the camera to the right a little bit so you can see the Gaelic League over there. So one thing I forgot to point out, but I'll mention it now, is that Corktown can get quite crowded around St. Patrick's Day in March. Because every St. Patrick's Day, maybe not necessarily on the day itself, but right around it, there is a St. Patrick's Day parade which takes place on Michigan Avenue here in the Corktown neighborhood. It brings people from all over to be a part of the parade. And then over here you got a bike shop and repair. Got Metropolis Cycles. And yep, there is Slo's Barbecue over there. Whoa. Yep, Slo's Barbecue is just over there. So it's cool to see the buildings from this side, even like O'Connor, which of course is that realtor. Oh, I didn't want to zoom in there. Oh well. Got Grandma Bob's Handmade Pizza. So a great spot to get some pizza over here. And then over here is Mercury Bar, or Mercury Burger Bar. They got outdoor sitting over here, or outdoor dining over here, not this time of the year, but they got the main dining area inside. They got some great burgers inside there. So a nice place just to chill and have some great food. And then that's cool right there too. So, okay, so we got a red light up ahead, so we'll have to wait for it to turn green. So try to stay out of people's way here. Yep, and there's Michigan Central Station. So we'll head over there in a second once the light turns green, which should be any time now. Oh, yep, here we go. So we'll cross over 14th Street, and if you haven't been to the Corktown area in a while, you'll notice a huge difference. So we're coming up to Roosevelt Park. So where we're standing right now, going all the way over to Michigan Central Station, that used to be a road. They closed down the road about a year or so ago, and then they built this pedestrian walkway instead, and now we have a beautiful park. Before we head that way, you get a little bit more of Corktown down that way. So there's a few other different shops and restaurants down there, including Takoi, which is a really popular Thai restaurant. All right, so this is Roosevelt Park. You got a beautiful park with a lot of different park benches, even some like those swinging benches. But yeah, this looks beautiful. It's a beautiful park space, yeah. So this is a nice addition. Yep, in the sun, it's quite fantastic. Oh yeah, and then off to the left there, you can even see the Ambassador Bridge. That's one of the crossings over to Canada. So walk a little slow here. So some of those swinging benches over there. Try to make sure I show the building without seeing or without getting the sun in here, which thankfully the sun's up high enough, so we should be okay. So we are standing in front of Michigan Central Station. This is the most iconic building or site here in Corktown. This is a very famous landmark here. So this has been around since 1913. It was originally a major train station which was used for the city of Detroit. It was built around the same time as New York City's Grand Central Station. And why am I aiming this incorrectly? Okay, that's a lot better. So sorry about that. So it was a major railroad stop, and it was last used by Amtrak from 1971 till about 1988 when it closed its operations. And for quite a while, for about 3 decades, it stood vacant until the Ford Motor Company purchased it in 2018. And since that's been happening, Ford has been totally revamping Michigan Central Station. Okay, why is the camera looking that way? Okay, that's better. It's like I'm having to walk in a weird direction. That's all right though. But yeah, it is slowly reopening to the public, and when it's completely finished, it's going to be hosting different offices, retail, restaurants, hospitality venues, co-working spaces, etc. So it is going to be the place to go when it's fully complete. Or we're going to start walking back the other way now. But yeah, very cool. All right, so I think we're gonna get ready to wrap up this walking tour of Corktown, which again, we pretty much stayed along Michigan Avenue, except for when we get over here to Roosevelt Park to get ready to conclude things. And of course, show Michigan Central Station. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera back this way, and let's get my face into the sun a little bit more. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this walking tour around Corktown here in Detroit, Michigan. It's a fantastic neighborhood here in Detroit. A lot of great shops, restaurants, bars. And of course, eventually when Michigan Central Station fully opens up with a whole bunch of different retail and shops and offices, it's gonna be a great place to check out here in Detroit. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this walking tour of Corktown. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button and don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man Samuel here from Corktown in Detroit, Michigan. And really quick, I want to give a huge thank you to patrons Mark, Renker, and Ambientocclusion for your tremendous support on Patreon. Thank you so much for all your tremendous support. It is truly appreciated. All right, I should probably get back to the edit.